Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Michael Wilby Show, episode 29. I'm your host, Michael Wilby. Today, I'm going to talk about the Hamilton Tiger Cats comings and goings and the big announcement earlier today from the Tiger Cats. As well, we're going to talk about the NFL Cleveland Browns draft selections. I got my intake about that. But first and foremost, late breaking news from yesterday in the Canadian Hockey League. They have announced that Windsor is going to host the 2017 Memorial Cup, which will take place in early May next year. This is around the same time as now. It will be a few weeks from now. It will be at Red Deer, Alberta. And next year will be at Windsor, Ontario, so congratulations to them. I would tell you this, that the Windsor Spitfires will be extra motivated to get into the Memorial Cup Championship final in front of the home crowd. They have done it before and in Ontario. This is the first time that Windsor has hosted such event since 1981, and it was during the time when the host city was not, the host team rather, did not get the opportunity to play the front of the hometown crowd for the national championship. So this is a pretty much a marquee event for them. Windsor Spitfires is one of the top teams in the OHL. I can roughly, but I can pretty well assume that Windsor is going to be very motivated and very dedicated to put on a great show for the fans and get a positive contribution to the country of Major Junior Hockey. So, what did this mean for the Hamilton Bulldogs? Nothing much for this short term, but come 2018 and beyond, within the next 2 or 3 years, pretty much the Hamilton Bulldogs, who I think is going to be contending for a playoff spot very much next year, in 2 seasons from now, in the 2017-2018 season, rest assured they will be competing for the Memorial Cup. But it does more likely would put the pressure on the Canadian Hockey League Commissioner, David Branch, who is also the Commissioner of the Ontario Hockey League. He has made it clear last year when Hamilton got the OHL team from Belleville via relocation, at the very least has spoke about the possibility of Hamilton getting Memorial Cup, and he has no problem of Hamilton getting Memorial Cup. But, of course, there is a committee that's in play, and from what I have heard from the Hamilton circles, it could be 2018, 2019, but that was several months ago, well before there was no indication of candidacy for the Memorial Cup site for 2017. But rest assured, Hamilton is definitely looking at a 2018 Memorial Cup bid or 2019, because I think 2018 is going to be the 100th anniversary of the Memorial Cup, which was originally just Ontario, and then back in the 60s and 70s, it was sometime around there was the Western Hockey League teams and the Quebec teams wanted to go and compete for the Memorial Cup. So this turned out to be an all-national event. And in regards to my particular interest of going to see the Memorial Cup in May next year, I'm thinking about it. I really think so, but I would definitely generate more interest during the course of the season if Hamilton does do well, go in the playoffs, and make a run in the Memorial Cup, which I don't think the Bulldogs will do, but never say never. So that's my intake of the Hamilton Bulldogs situation from the point of view, I should say. So the Hamilton Bulldogs, like I said, will make a push for the 2018 bid. Thus making the rotation a little bit difficult because the CHL Memorial Cup wants to go to different leagues, like a rotation, one from Quebec, one from the out west, and one from Ontario every year, not every 2 or 3 years per league. So this year is in Red Deer, Alberta, which will come up in a couple of weeks' time, and there's a good chance London or Niagara will make a serious run at the championship, as these two currently square off for the OHL championship. But for next year, if Windsor makes it to the OHL final, it's virtually a lock if you're an Eastern Conference team. Like for Kingston or Ottawa, who is destined to be a really good team next year, Ottawa could pretty much, or Kingston, one of those teams, I think they will make a serious run at the Memorial Cup. But if Windsor does go to the OHL championship, either one of those teams, Ottawa or Kingston or any team in the Eastern Conference, and right now currently Hamilton, barring any alignment situation. So if one of the East does play, and if against Windsor for the OHL championship, they automatically will play at the Memorial Cup as an OHL representative by default. But Windsor Spitfires are definitely in the Memorial Cup in 2017. But it is important to note that the Windsor Spitfires should get a great season out of it, just like Saskatchewan. Don't want to repeat like the Hamilton Dukes back in the day, the predecessors of the Guelph Storm, the last OHL team before last season. The Dukes of Hamilton, man, oh man, that were god-awful from what I've heard. I was very young when they were in the OHL, and that was the last time Hamilton was in the OHL until last year. And interesting to note, Hamilton has not been in the playoffs, in the OHL playoffs. No OHL hockey team from Hamilton has made the playoffs since the mid-1980s. I think we're around the 30-year mark now, either this season or next season. So the expectations are very much high, in the highest order in about 2 seasons from now. But I guarantee you, I think Hamilton will be given with this depth of talent that we have right now, especially the product that we got out of the draft. I think they can make a serious run at a playoff spot. I think more likely in the mid, like a 6, 7, 8 range. It will be an interesting season, but this is a make-or-break season for the Hamilton Bulldogs coming next year. And I'm going to talk more about it, the Hamilton Bulldogs, in the coming months ahead. But yeah, congratulations to Windsor. And I hope the team will play very well and get what the national recognition they definitely deserve. It has not been too long since they gone to the Memorial Cup and won back-to-back. I think they got an opportunity to make good for the third time in about a decade when Windsor Spitfires compete in the Memorial Cup. Over to Hamilton right now, the Hamilton Tiger Cats. We're going from Bulldogs to Tiger Cats. The Tiger Cats made an announcement earlier today, this afternoon to say the least. I'm just reading right here on tigercats.ca. They have announced that they are going to have a WeatherTech football day in Hamilton on Labor Day. What makes it unique is that it's not going to be just the Labor Day Classic. It's not just going to be the concerts. It's going to be the Labor Day Classic game that is going to be relocated from September 3rd to the Labor Day for McMaster University to play at Tim Hortons Field. the McMaster Marauders will be hosting the Toronto Varsity Blues. The University of Toronto Varsity Blues have a great stadium in Toronto. They're coming to Hamilton. Instead of playing at One Choice Stadium, McMaster University, they will be playing at Tim Hortons Field. And it is going to be an exciting day of football in Hamilton. So not only the opener, the Labor Day Classic Game 1 University football, McMaster University versus the University of Toronto Varsity Blues at 12. It's going to be a concert also way afterwards at the South Plaza, which is the big concourse at the south end of the stadium. I think it's a Scotiabank greeting zone. I can't remember exactly it called by heart right off my head, but it's at the south zone, the big concourse. They're gonna have a special free concert, and then then it will be the big game at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm looking at this, and CFL on TSN panel will broadcast live from Tim Hortons Field for the first time ever throughout the day. It will be broadcasting from the South Plaza, and it will include pre-game, halftime, and between-game coverage for both Labor Day CFL games from Calgary and Hamilton. So Hamilton will get a primetime Labor Day game. Calgary against Edmonton in the afternoon affair. It was, for the longest time, it has been Toronto, Hamilton at 1 o'clock, Calgary and Edmonton at 4. But now, this year, and it has been a few times during the last 15 years, Hamilton has hosted a primetime Labor Day game. And the concert, the free concert at the South Plaza, is delivered by Superqual, which will be taking place around that time frame in Hamilton at the downtown area, the main downtown core near Gore Park. I think it's just off the old Eaton Center, around that area, just above Wilson on James Street. It will shut down. The whole street will be shut down. James Street will be shut down. Superqual, you gotta go see it. I haven't been there, but from what I've heard, it was a great event to attend. Glenn Grunwald, is a great event to attend to. Glenn Grunwald, former Toronto Raptors general manager, and currently the director of athletics and recreation for University of McMaster, said that on the webpage, ticats.ca, Hamilton is a football town, and working with the Ticats to put together game day at Tim Hortons Field, full of entertaining events for the fans, is exciting. This is a truly unique experience for our students, athletes, and alumni. Following the Marauders game, fans will exit the stadium to enjoy the free admission concert delivered by Superqual in the South Plaza. The concert will feature multiple acts, which will be announced in the coming months. The South Plaza at Tim Hortons Field is a fully licensed area, and food and drink will be available for purchase between games. So this is going to be the place to be at Labor Day, and as it should be, because Tim Hortons Field really needs the revenue, and increased revenue after all the animosity that has happened, the building of the stadium, and you got subsequent sellouts. This is the icing of the cake. Well, of course, hopefully the combination with the granted rights to host the Great Cup very, very soon. June 1st will be the single game tickets will go on sale. So make sure you go to there, go to ticats.ca, respective destinations, Ticketmaster, go on the Ticats page on Ticketmaster for tickets, which will, like I said, will be on sale June the 1st. The draft will come a week from today. The Hamilton Ticats, I believe, will be selecting 5th overall.